So I've been asked to leave swimming club because they said I was soaking up water. The indignity! The indignity!
Oh, cheer up, Monkey. You're always welcome in Cuppa Club.
Ah.
Here's to a catch-up cuppa. Loose Women, sponsored by PG Tips Cuppa Club.
Women on Thursday, the 24th of October. Ooh, thank you very much. We're talking 10 to the dozen about today's top stories. Alongside me, Andrew McLean, are Colleen Nolan, Janet Street Porter, and Jay McDonald. Also on the show, her Emmerdale character avoided being caught up in the soap's recent hostage siege, but we predict drama ahead for Moira, especially with Kane Dingle as her boyfriend. We are catching up with the lady who plays her, Natalie J. Robb. And someone else's life is about to get more dramatic, thankfully just for her new stage role in musical Rent. It's Atomic Kitten's Natasha Hamilton. Coming up later, as Gary Lineker hits out at pushy parents who try to turn their kids into football stars, is there anything wrong with putting pressure on children to be competitive? Plus, it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and Claire Wise, sister of actor Greg, has written an article describing how important talking openly about having breast cancer has been to her. But is it easier said than done to discuss this awful disease with your friends and family? If you want to share your experiences, email us at loose.women@itv.com, post on our Facebook page, or tweet us using the hashtag #LooseWomen. Get in touch by 1:05 p.m. today. So all that is still to come, but first, the story on the front pages today is the christening of His Royal Highness Prince George. The little prince arrived with his parents, the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, for his baptism at the Chapel Royal at St James's Palace and dutifully posed for the cameras, even managing a little wave. The Archbishop of Canterbury conducted the baptism, which, in a break from royal tradition, was an intimate affair with a guest list of just 23. Writing in today's Independent, Grace Dent has said, "A distinct lack of horses, carriages, men in pantaloons and bugles. I like the growingly downplayed, pomp-phobic face of new monarchy." But should yesterday's christening, do you think it should have been a more traditional occasion, something a bit bigger, Colleen?
Well, you know me, I love a man in a pantaloon.
You just don't see enough of them these days, Colleen.
And I love all of the royal, you know, all the pomp and circumstance. Yeah. But I actually thought yesterday was a lovely intimate moment for just them, like they said. And I think in today's climate they would have been absolutely, you know, hounded if they'd have done the big affair. Everyone would have been saying, oh, they're wasting money, they're wasting our money, so they can't really win on that front. So because it's a christening, I do think it's kind of a more intimate thing for them to do, and I thought it was nice.
Yes, I thought it was appropriate too, because I was listening to the radio yesterday afternoon, and there was a phone-in programme, and a man phoned in, a pensioner, and said that he had only spent £8 in the whole year on energy, and he'd been hit with £100 standing charge. And when I listened to this man talking about his inability to pay, to wash, to heat water, to wash and cook with, I just thought there's no way they could have had pomp, ceremony, carriages. It strikes the wrong note, particularly at the moment, and also all these people being laid off at the energy plant in Scotland. So I thought that it was a right call, and it looked good and sent the right messages. And also I felt good. What also is good is that the baby hasn't been paraded around. It's been 3 months since the little boy was taken from the nursing home and taken home, and he's been allowed to have 3 months of his life away from the camera.
Well, it's interesting that you say about, you know, not having the pomp and ceremony struck the right chord. Not everybody agrees. Julie on Facebook's got in touch and said, "I think the christening yesterday should have been a big occasion. It brings in tourists, it generates income and goodwill for the country. This is one of the main advantages of having a monarchy, so they should have had a big do."
Well, it was a big do, really, compared to what we would have. Well, I mean, there's still all the paparazzi were outside St James's waiting for it. So, I mean, all the tourists were still outside Buckingham Palace there. So they were still getting into the celebration of it. And I think it's exactly what Janet said. It's a time in the United Kingdom right now where it is pretty desperate.
Yeah.
And don't forget, they've got quite a few rooms to heat themselves. They're probably thinking about saving up for themselves as well.
True.
And I hope that they're all going to recycle their hats.
Yeah.
Because they're nice hats, but I hope they're going to wear them again, because they're really expensive hats to wear once.
It's interesting as well, because Eve on Facebook's been in touch and said, I know William wants a normal life for George, but he was born into the royal family and will never be, she says, normal. I think if William continues to shun the public, this could signal the end of the royal family.
Oh, no.
What do you think?
No, it won't, because I mean, they're not shunning, are they? I mean, flipping heck, we've had a right year of it, a couple of years, haven't we? We've had the Olympics, we've had the Jubilee, we've had the wedding. I mean, they've had one give them a chance. How many parties do you want? You know,
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't like it to become a common thing where
Yeah.
it stays all private and we don't get to see it, because like I said, I do love all that, and I agree that, you know, it does bring in tourism and stuff like that, so I wouldn't like it to carry on.
But I think the monarchy has got to adjust to keeping... They've always got to listen to the mood of the country,
Sure.
and I just think that Kate and William, by having a christening like this, have shown that they're much more, you know,
In
they're
touch.
pretty savvy
Yeah.
in a way that perhaps Prince Charles isn't, you know, and occasionally does put his foot in it.
I think though as well, I mean, they did manage to keep it fairly low-key. Still on every front page of
Yeah,
every
absolutely.
newspaper, and some gorgeous pictures of him looking lovely.
Isn't it lovely?
Talk about the baby.
Baby,
not
oh, he's
William.
I love how everyone's speculating who he looks like. He looks like Winston Churchill. They
Yeah.
all look like Winston Churchill. Now, after much speculation, the list of Prince George's godparents was released yesterday morning. All 7, which included close friends of William and Kate from childhood and university, as well as the only royal, Princess Anne's daughter Zara Tyndall, had to agree to guide Prince George in his life and make sure that he knows who Jesus is. But is the notion of having godparents, do you think that it's outdated, Janet?
I don't think it's outdated. I think that being a godparent serves a different... it's different now to perhaps my generation. I think if you're a believer, if you've got religious beliefs, the point of having godparents is to be there and to support you in your spiritual journey. But for the rest of us, I think that being a godparent at the moment is more about being a mentor and a support to that child. I mean, when I was... little, my godmother was very, very important to me, not spiritually, but she opened my eyes to all sorts of things culturally. And I was asked to be a godparent to quite a few children, and I was a lousy godparent.
Sorry, say that again.
I've been a godparent for quite a bit. I was a lousy godparent. My job was really to stick up for them when they were teenagers and their parents, you know, when they had the piercings and the dreadlocks and all the unfortunate dyed hair, and their parents would ring me up and say they look appalling, and I'd always stick up for the kids.
What do you think that you should look for in a godparent then? Because you're looking at Janet like, you?
Yeah, I'm just
I'm a good godparent when it comes to sticking up for the kids. But if someone for this particular baby, he's not going to have the worries that other children are going to have. Financial, job, getting a house, they're all those boxes
sorted.
are ticked. But for babies born now, look what they face. They're going to have to live with their parents for longer than any previous generation, because they won't be able to buy a home of their own. If they go to university, they're going to be saddled with enormous debt. And as for getting a job, well, there's a million 16 to 24-year-olds looking for jobs right now. So the job of a godparent is surely to say, I'll be there for you, whatever it takes.
Are you a godparent?
Yes, I am a godparent, and a terrible godparent. You see, you're a really good godparent. I'm a terrible godparent because I've got 2 godchildren, Alice and I can't even remember the other one. I think it's Michael.
That is so
Alice
funny.
and I haven't seen them since the day that I went, yes, I'll be a godparent. But then I'm sorry, and I do apologise. It's shocking. But
Do you know, it's not that unusual. I remember my parents brought some friends from Canada to see me when I was at college, and they said, here's your Auntie Diane. Oh, it's been a while since you've seen your goddaughter. And she went, what?
you know, it's just being there at the ceremony. And I think
much.
it's more of a parent thing now, because Parents want their children to be taken care of. So I think it's more someone who, if anything happens to me, will you take care of my kids?
Yeah, well, it's great for you because you don't even know the kid's name.
Well, that's true. I'll say who?
I'm a godparent, my
Yeah.
niece Laura. I'm terrible. As far as, I forget her birthday and stuff like that. But I actually don't. I was so thrilled to be asked.
Yeah.
But I don't really know what I meant to do.
What about your kids' godparents? What did you look for when you asked them to be godparents?
It was just like best friends and close relatives.
Yeah.
It wasn't. All the godmothers are within the family,
Sure.
and then but
Perhaps they should give out a laminated card.
Why does it have to be laminated?
Well, so you keep it, so you don't lose it, and you can wipe it.
I think the
Stick it to your fridge.
You're always
Name
there.
of
You're
godchildren.
always
Name of godchild, my duties, name of child birthday.
I
Yeah.
don't know what the duties are.
Yeah, what are the duties?
Well, look,
I mean, I'll always be there if she
be-
needs me, but she doesn't. So.
I'm a better godmother to my niece. There we go.
Well, that's because
Okay.
you remember her name.
I remember it.
Always a plus.
All right, still to come as Gary Lineker hits out at pushy parents trying to turn their kids into football stars. Is there anything wrong with putting pressure on children to be competitive? But first, it's competition time, and if you have money worries on your mind, we could make them melt away, as you could win a massive £12,000 in cash and £6,000 to spend at Marks & Spencer. Get this question right for your chance to win the lot. Dale Winton hosted a long-running ITV show called Supermarket What? A broom, fee brush, see sweep. Call 0904 161 1000. Calls cost no more than £1.54 from BT landlines. Other networks may be higher and mobiles considerably more. Text your answer, A, B or C, to 65029. Text costs £1.50 plus one standard network rate message. You can also enter for free at the website. Entrance must be 18 or over. Entries made after lines close at 5 p.m. on Sunday the 27th of October will not be counted but may still be charged.
Since you got all this, you've changed, you know. She's right.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Loose Women, sponsored by PG Tips Copper Club.
At DFS, winter collection sofas are now half price. Like the Active Recliner sofa, now £699. And the Chess Real Leather Corner sofa, now £998. Order one of these sofas now and we'll even deliver it in time for Christmas. DFS, making Christmas more comfortable.
iTV Player. Now playing everywhere. New Android app available now.
From a frozen world where cravings reign supreme, comes a lone hero with a burning desire. From the makers of the Deep Dish and Takeaway come the most awesome pizzas in the history of mankind. Featuring fresh dough, classic thin, and stuffed crust. This tea time, nothing hits harder than Chicago Town, the ultimate pizza hit.
Team, get ready. We are go in approximately 40 seconds.
30% off selected footwear for all the family. That's the Littlewoods touch.
When you're unwell, you trust all of the people looking after you. If you've suffered as a result of substandard or inappropriate medical care, you may be entitled to compensation. These are complex cases, and Leo Absey and Cohen have a dedicated specialist claim team who can obtain your lawful compensation on a no-win, no-fee basis. Call 0800 404 6655 day or night, and they'll do the rest. Leo Absey and Cohen, the specialists in medical negligence claims.
Getting Mr. Know-It-All to agree to anything is a right palaver. But at Benson's for Beds Comfort Area...
Comfort Station.
We tried the beds, and it turns out we're both firmness factor 3. Even Grumpy Pants here had to admit it took all the guesswork out of buying a bed. We did it all on our own.
Ish.
I love this bed.
In our half-price sale, there's an extra £100 off many beds and interest-free credit on everything over £150 at Benson's for Beds. Offer ends November 5th.
Lorna's got some great deals on bifold doors at the moment. Call 0800 11 7777 or visit lorna.co.uk.
It's the things you do every day that make a difference. Their Petit Filou contains calcium and vitamin D, which help build strong bones. Petit Filou, because kids and bones grow every day.
This autumn, Sky Bingo is giving all new players £20 free. Join today and you'll also get 5 days access to our newbie room, where we've got enough free bingo to brighten up the cloudiest of days. And why not try the Sky Bingo app for instant access to all your favourite games and exclusive jackpots? And because we like to reward all our players, you'll automatically earn loyalty points every time you play. Everyone's welcome, so join today and claim your free £20.
Send to save a nation's pizza cravings and set free £1 million worth of pizza vouchers. Get yours instantly at chicagotown.com.
I hope I'm a surprise and not a shock.
We live together, we work together. Sometimes I think it's just too much.
Jack Ross, at your service.
Oh, Mary.
Downton Abbey, available on ITV Player. Ready when you are.
Would one like a scone to go with one's tea?
Can you understand a word he's saying?
Nope.
Oh, riff-raff.
Loose Women, sponsored by PG Tips Copper Club.
Welcome back to Thursday's Loose Women. Now, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and it's also 21 years since the pink ribbon was created as a way to show support for pioneering breast cancer awareness campaign. To mark this milestone, women everywhere are being encouraged to celebrate their circle of strength, the people who have got them through tough times in their life. Speaking about her own circle of strength, Claire Wise, sister of actor Greg and sister-in-law of Emma Thompson, has written an article this week applauding the people in her life she was able to turn to following her diagnosis of breast cancer earlier this year. But is it easier said than done to talk to loved ones about cancer, Colleen?
I suppose for some people it is, but in our situation, you know, with Bernie and also my other two sisters when they had breast cancer, we talked about it all the time. And as you know, with Bernie, I mean, she talked about it to everyone. That was important to her, and I think that's what kept her going.
Yeah.
But again, you have to judge it day by day, because there was certain times, you know, everybody, the outpouring to Bernie was fantastic, and the messages, and everybody every day asking her how she was. And there were certain days, you know, she'd say to me, I don't want to, because she'd sometimes get 200, 300 texts or phone calls a day from lovely people, but there were certain days where she didn't want to think about cancer. She wanted to just think
silly things.
Yeah, silly things. I need to go
did
shopping.
You find
and
it fatiguing?
Yeah, sometimes, but at the same time, it massively helped her as well. And you would talk about it. And the thing that got it, well, certainly for me with Bernie, was always humour. You know, she was so open about it. You know, things like, you know, you do send ridiculous texts. You know, me and Bernie text. I hate the phone, so I'm a real texter. So I'd text her every day, how are you today? And she'd go, still got cancer, how are you?
Yeah.
You know, but it was our way of, and I'd go, oh yeah, what a stupid question, you know what I mean? But it kind of got us through it.
Yeah.
How did you cope? Because I mean, it's really close. It's your sister, and how did you cope with it?
Do you know what? I actually gained the strength from Bernie, and there was times that I had to be strong because she was being strong. But then when I walked away from her, or I got into the security of my own home, that's when I could absolutely bawl my eyes out and let it out. But I didn't always feel, you know, if Bernie even saw you down, she'd go, stop it now. Get on with it.
Yeah,
you know,
my
it happens
sister
to
was
loads
like
of people.
that, yeah.
But I also know a family who, one of them has got cancer, and they don't talk about it at all. You're not even allowed to mention the word. And I think that's
Is that
more
because of
important.
the person who has cancer,
The person
or
who
the
has
family
it
around
doesn't
them?
want to talk about it. She wants to ignore it. I mean, she's having all the treatment, but she just wants to stay quiet and ignore it, and she wants them to carry on as a normal family. But
that's
it's
how
there, and
some
I don't
families.
think it is. I don't. Think
My
you can
sister
do
was a
that.
little bit like that, because I didn't know my sister was seriously ill with cancer until she collapsed and had a fit and was taken to hospital, and they discovered she had brain and lung cancer, and it was really advanced. And I was kind of mad at her for not talking about it, because she obviously had been ill for an awfully long time. But from the moment I knew how ill she was, obviously I could talk about it, but I understand exactly what you're saying, Colleen, because in a way they don't want to talk about being ill. They're ill, they know they're ill, and it's, you know, and it feels horrible, and the treatments make you feel worse. So when I would see her, I would just do lots of practical things and support her like that. But away from her, I just felt really angry.
Yeah,
I've got to say, I was really, really angry.
Were you angry with her or the disease?
I was not angry with her. I was annoyed that she didn't tell me till so late, because there was a limit to what I could do financially to well, not limit in terms of money, because I pay any money in the world to have her still alive today. I think you're annoyed that people keep it to themselves, because the sooner they share it, the better the treatment is going to be.
Well, and it's so shocking to find out of the blue, like you did. You know, it's so shocking to think somebody's well. Bernie didn't tell me. I never knew Bernie had even been to a doctor worried about it. I just got the phone call from her saying, just to let you know, I've got breast cancer. It was so shocking, because I thought, I didn't even know you were ill.
But a lot of people just don't know what to say. The cancer sufferer and the you know, the partners and the family. It's so close. And it's so, that word cancer, it's like a final thing, isn't it? And a lot of people just don't. I've seen people walk across the road to avoid someone because they just don't know what to say. I would like to say a big salute to Coronation Street, who are dealing with the Roy and Hayley. It's making everybody talk about cancer. It's making everybody talk about final life, and I just think they're doing such a fantastic job that any of us could possibly not do. And families are finding a great deal of strength, I think, even bringing it up in a family, you know, where it just is not talked about.
It's interesting, because we did ask you at the beginning of the show to get in touch with us, and you've sent us some wonderful emails and Facebook comments, so thank you very much for those. Karen on Facebook says, I always find it difficult if anyone has cancer to talk about it, as I'm so worried that I might say something wrong, and I think many people feel the same. Leslie has been in touch and said, I found it very easy to talk to my family, friends and work colleagues when I had breast cancer. They were all fantastic and listened and fully supported me. I wanted to be open to encourage women to check themselves.
That's the main thing. And also what we must remember is, like you were saying, Jane, there, that a lot of people hear the word cancer and immediately think, oh, that's it, it's a death sentence. It really isn't nowadays. You know, I mean, I've had 3 sisters with breast cancer, 2 of whom are totally clear and going strong. You know, Bernie, unfortunately, it was the unlucky one, but you know, there's so much positive results out there as well.
I think also we've got to say to women watching, don't keep quiet about it because you're worried about your job, because that's another big thing, that women particularly don't want to discuss any kind of illness that might filter back to the workplace, that might mark them out as, you know, not reliable, or someone that might be about to have a whole heap of time off work, because you know, they need the money and they need the job. So that's another big reason.
But also I think they need the normality of going to work every day to be treated like a normal person.
Absolutely.
But thank goodness as well that we've got those wonderful angels called the Macmillan nurses out there, who just are so fabulous. You can talk to them at any time.
Well, there's lots of cancer charities out there, and especially some breast cancer charities who are there just to talk to, not necessarily raising money for research, which is absolutely imperative, but just have somebody at the end of the line. There are many forums as well that people can join and get involved with. Do you think that, you know, as we wrap this up, do you think really that I know medication and positive thinking is important, but do you think communication is important, Colleen?
I think communication is one of the main factors and one of the most important factors. Communication on every level, with your doctor, with your Macmillan nurse, definitely with friends and family, and to just judge yourselves when's the right time, and when they don't want to talk about it, don't talk about it, but when they do, listen.
And check yourself. If you've been affected by anything that we've just talked about, go to our website where you'll find the names of groups and associations who may be able to help. Time for a break. Back soon.
There go the old bags.
Monkey?
Oh, tea bags. I meant tea bags.
Oh. Loose Women, sponsored by PG Tips Copper Club.
They're smooth, rich, and simply divine. They're the all-new Praline Fabulous Fingers.
At DFS, winter collection sofas are now half price. Like the real leather Acorn sofa, now just £499. As always, there's 4 years interest-free credit. And if you order a half-price winter collection sofa now, we'll even deliver it in time for Christmas. DFS, making Christmas more comfortable.
Headlights gone.
Why don't you call my brother? Gary's great with cars and he loves you, Tim.
Timmy and the Gasman! Timmy and the Gasman! Timmy and the Gasman.
I think I'll just pop down to Halfords.
At Halfords, we fit headlight bulbs in the car park from $6.99. Much cheaper than a favour.
What's the very latest? This stylish Asus laptop with Intel processor and 500 gig hard drive. Available in 4 colours for only $279 at berry.co.uk.
Simply Be. Be all wrapped up. Be festive and fun. Clothes that fit, flatter and look and feel great in sizes 14 to 32. With shoes in a range of width fittings. Plus 10% off your first order. Be casual and confident. Be sparkling and stylish. Be simply sensational with Simply Be. Call now for the book on 0800 142 143. Shop in store or online at simplybe.co.uk. Simply Be. Exclusively 14 to 32.
Come to Dreams, where beds are better than half price. And now, save up to an extra £100. There's now over £600 off this classic bedstead, now under £280. Save an extra £100 on this luxury mattress and base. These unbeatable, better than half price offers with extra savings must end soon. So hurry and find the right bed at the right price with the bed experts at Dreams.
At Britain's biggest bingo site, you can play online or on the go. Where £5 million is won every week. Come join the fun at Tombola and get £20 free.
Bloated. Still don't get it. Maybe animals don't get human tummy niggles because they eat the fibre nature intended. Take the All Bran Challenge. The natural wheat bran fibre will help you feel revitalised inside in just 5 days.
Got that bit?
Now there's new All Bran Red Berry Crunch to try the 5-day challenge. Delicious crunchy clusters bursting with strawberry and raspberry pieces. New All Bran Red Berry Crunch. Feel all brand new.
He was born Keith Keithson, and since his first breath, other people have made every decision for him. That is, until one Tuesday at precisely 1:04 p.m, when he was asked, "Would you like peppers?" As Keith made his tandoori chicken flatbread, he realized that wasn't the only thing he could have his way. In fact, Keith would like to be called Bob. He likes Bob.
Looking for something different on a Sunday morning? Then Sunday Side Up is the show for you. We're live every week with celebrities, games and surprises.
Then it's Sunday Scoop. We're dishing up the big stories from the papers, chatting with great guests.
And cooking lunch all at the same time.
What could possibly go wrong?
Sunday Side Up and Sunday Scoop, starting this weekend at 10:30 on ITV.
S for Sarah.
Ta.
K for Katie.
Thank you.
And M for Magnificent.
Loose Women, sponsored by PG Tips Copper Club.
Welcome back to Thursday's Loose Women. Still to come, could Emmerdale's Moira be going from milking cows to marriage vows? With Kane Dingle telling us all, it's Natalie J. Rupp. Now, our first guest is best known for being 1/3 of girl band Atomic Kitten, but she's about to take a break from the pop world and try a very different role altogether. Telling us about playing the raunchy Maureen in the UK tour of West End musical Rent, please welcome Natasha Hamilton. How are you doing?
You just come from a party.
Do you know what? I'm already in the festive spirit. Yeah, I've been doing Christmassy stuff all week and I just
forgot.
You just I just thought you were naturally glamorous. That's just how you turn up.
No, this is one of my Christmas parties.
It's lovely. Very nice.
Very nice.
Getting started early.
So you're going to be getting stuck into Rent starting next month.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about Maureen.
Oh, Maureen.
This is a play, not paying it.
Yes, this is Rent the Musical.
Right.
It's a full UK and Ireland tour. We start on the 11th of November, and I'm playing the role of Maureen. Now, she is a feisty lesbian.
Oh.
Yes, and she's, you know, she's she's kind of she's a tough cookie. She's got that hard exterior, but she's soft, and she really stands up for what she believes in. So I've got a big role to get my teeth into, a total different departure from playing Mrs. J in Blood Brothers.
Yeah.
But I can have lots of fun. She's got a comedy aspect as well.
You've got the lesbian kiss you've got to do as well, haven't you?
I know. I meet my Joanne, my girlfriend, on Monday.
Okay, so you haven't
Yeah,
met each other
we haven't
yet.
snugged yet, but we meet on Monday.
What if there's no chemistry? What are you going to do?
Oh, you're going to have to take her out to dinner first.
Now, Denise Van Outen played this role before, didn't she, in the West End?
Did, yeah.
So it's, and quite a few famous women have done it. What are you going to bring to it?
Just Natasha's feistiness. I mean, I have a lot in common with Maureen in a sense that I do stand up for what I believe in, and I think in this industry you've got to have a voice, otherwise you're just lost and left in the background.
And yet you're quite soft as well.
But I am
aren't
a
you?
Cancerian. It's like I am a softie. My mum and dad call me Tiny Tears.
Do they?
Because I'm quite an emotional person. Yeah.
And had you seen any of the different versions before, or are you going into it thinking, right, I'm just going to do it my way and not get influenced by how anyone else has done it?
I've seen a few different ones, but I'll only watch it once. I don't want to be taking on what other people have done. I want to bring my own, you know, spice to the role.
Yeah. You'll be brilliant in this.
I'm
And
really
you've got,
looking
you've
forward
got
to
that
it.
voice as well, which is, you know, rock voice. You've got every that voice of yours is something
Oh,
else.
thank you. Well, Maureen does have amazing songs, and I really do get to show my voice off, which is great.
Can I ask you about the big reunion?
Yeah.
Because that's going to tour as well, isn't it?
Yeah, so I come out of Rent and go, I've got about 4 days off, and then we're going straight into the big reunion Christmas tour.
Wow.
So it's all the same bands, bar Blue, because they're on tour at the moment. And it's 5 dates up and down the country, a couple of matinees. There's still tickets, so if you want to get some for that. And there's still tickets for Rent at rentinconcert.co.uk. Yeah, and we've just recorded the Tech Santa Christmas single.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, the
so
past
who's
3
involved with that then?
So it's Atomic Kitten, Blue, Five, Bewitched, Liberty X, and the Honeys,
Wow.
and 911.
Awesome. Oh.
And we've literally the past 3 days we've been dressed up. We've been getting dressed up as elves.
Like you do.
Yeah, we've been in the studio. We recorded the track. We recorded the video. Then we went to the preview yesterday. So
Okay. How are you fitting all this in and being a mummy at the same time?
it's really, really tough. I am quite exhausted, but just getting family to help out when they can.
And how old are your little ones now?
So Josh is 11. He went into high school in September. Harry's 8 and Alfie is 3. Hi, boys. I know they're watching.
I
It's
bet
tricky,
they loved
isn't
seeing
it?
you on the tour, though, did they? Did they all go and see you?
They did at first. They weren't sure what to expect. I was like, oh, you're going to come and watch, like, Atomic Kitten? And my eldest Josh was like, well, I'm kind of into Tiny Temper, Mum. like, I'm so not cool. But at the end of it, you know, it's the big thumbs up.
Well, especially when they see their mummy doing things like this. We've got a little clip. Let's take a look.
So much since Atomic Kitten was formed. Do you think it's tougher for girls now? Because there's been so much in the papers recently in the media about them being asked to be thin, to do really, really sexy videos and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, in some ways it is a lot harder. Back in the day, there wasn't all the magazines that were targeting weight and, you know, how people look and what you're wearing. So I do suppose the girls now do feel really pressured, and the minute you look different or, you know, you've put, like,
£2 on.
Yeah, £2 on. You're being criticised for it, and it's not good. And you know, you've got the younger generations now. Your kids worrying about the weight and being bulimic and anorexic, and they're 7 or 8.
And yet, at the same time, you're expected to be a role model at all times with your behaviour, not just on stage but off stage.
I mean, I feel like I'm a responsible person. If I lose a bit of weight, I'm not doing it on purpose. It might be that my schedule is really busy, but then someone will point it out, you're a bad role model, you're too thin, and then it's like, well, no. I'd urge every girl out there to just, you know, be themselves and look after themselves.
And be fit and healthy.
You know, it doesn't matter what you look like. It really doesn't.
I know it's daft to ask if you've got anything else planned because you're cramming it all in, but obviously after Christmas and this sort of thing and the tour has died down, will we see Atomic Kitten reforming in a slightly more permanent way? Or
well,
Carrie's
Carrie's pregnant, so obviously things are going to wind down a bit. So me and Liz are going to do a few little solo projects. Maybe have a couple of weeks off. That would be nice to see the kids. And yeah, you know, we do want to do more stuff. I mean, I'd like to tour Europe and do some more music. It'd be lovely.
Won't we all?
And start taking the vitamins and some echinacea. You've got a tough time coming.
I'm on it already.
Good for you. Good luck with it all. Natasha Hamilton, everyone. Competition time again, and if the state of your finances is getting you down, we've got the perfect pick-me-up. We are giving away a fantastic £12,000 cash and £6,000 to spend at Marks & Spencer. Here's a question you need to get right for your chance to win. Dale Winton hosted a long-running ITV show called Supermarket What? A broom, B brush, C sweep. Call 0904 161 1000. Calls cost no more than £1.54 from BT landlines. Other networks may be higher and mobiles considerably more. Text your answer, A, B or C, to 65029. Text costs £1.50 plus one standard network rate message. You can also enter for free at the website. Entrance must be 18 or over. Entries made after lines close at 5 p.m. on Sunday the 27th of October will not be counted but may still be charged. And the best of luck with that. Now, Match of the Day host and former footballer Gary Lineker has hit out at what he has described as the utterly depressing culture of pushy parents trying to turn their children into footballing superstars. He says he's witnessed mothers and fathers swearing at referees, abusing the manager, and even shouting at their own children while they've been playing amateur football matches. He reckons the behaviour of competitive mothers and fathers puts pressure on the children and stops them enjoying themselves. It also hinders their development as players. So is it wrong for parents to put pressure on kids to be competitive, Jane?
Oh, let them enjoy themselves. God, do you know parents can't do right for doing wrong, can they, really? I mean, they're all shouting at them because they're stuck on a sofa. Then when they take them out in football, they're all complaining that they're out there fighting like lobs. They can't win. Just, you know, I think encouragement in any... and don't forget, the parent is the first one to spot a talent in the child. So if they're going to gently push them, then that can only be good, surely.
It's not gentle. My friend started an under-10 football team, and he said to me, it's a nightmare. The kids are playing, but the parents, he's almost got to have security to deal with the parents on the touchline. What Gary Lineker says is completely and utterly true. You've got these overweight, blobby, middle-aged dads wanting these tiny children are living out their dreams, aren't they? And it's because the dads are the ones that are fat and have been spending too long on the sofa, and the kids, I feel so sorry for them.
Well, I spent 15 years every weekend with Shane Jr. watching him play football. He was mad about football, and to be honest with you, Gary's right, I was shocked at some... Really? I mean, sometimes they'd have, you know, referees that were training, so they'd have young kids who were the referee, and the abuse that these parents were shouting. Some of the referees used to run off crying because they're like 12. Honestly, it was absolutely horrendous.
Is it really this bad?
Really, really that bad. They get so into it. Having said that, there was moments when...
Did you do it?
Referee! Come on, ref, are you blind?
Where is the line, do you think, between obviously shouting encouragement and what have you, and just, yeah, where is the line, do you think?
Well, I think the line is, I mean, it's different with a competitive sport like football. But for instance, the thing now, school sports day, at schools is driving me insane, because now it's not competitive at all.
Right.
So, you know, they're not allowed to win. It's all about joining in and just having fun. And I'm like, no,
it's the journey.
Win the egg and
the
spoon
500
race.
metres.
It's the journey from coming, you know.
But, you know, I think there's a happy... you know, if you see a talented kid, yes, absolutely encourage them, you know, and there will be times when they go, I don't want to go training today. But if you see that, you know, this is a way that, you know, sometimes you do need to encourage them where it would look like you were pushing them. But, I mean, if a kid goes, well, I don't want to be in the netball team, then there's no point forcing them to be in the netball team.
Look at me now. Look at the shape I am, 6 foot tall. My mother was convinced that I would be Margot Fontaine, a prima ballerina, and she took me to a ballet class where it was quite obvious within 30 seconds I was completely useless. I couldn't stand on one leg and I had no interest. She pushed me to do ballet.
Oh, I would have loved to see you in a tutu.
Yeah, when I failed at ballet, she said, what about tap?
But then again, she saw the entertainer in you. I mean, look at you.
Yeah,
I mean,
I was an entertainer, but not with my feet. That's the biggest feet in the world, so...
Oh, that would help when you kept falling in the sink, though.
Parents so want you to succeed.
They do, don't they? And I must admit, I was lazy. I was a lazy kid. I just didn't want to do anything. And my mum used to say, just go and have your piano lesson and just go to singing lesson and that'll be fine. And I just think, oh, please don't make me do it. And I would have done anything to stay at home and sit on the sofa. But I'm really glad that she pushed me to do it.
You don't have to push. That's what I'm saying. There is an element of pushing. You have to, if you think they are good at this.
And also, we had Frank Lampard on the show earlier in the week, and he was saying as well that, you know, it was his mum that made sure cajoling and pushing, but not necessarily in a shouty way. And keeping that balance right.
Oh, he was lovely, wasn't he?
I just think they're thinking you had Frank Lampard on the show.
We did,
and you
Colleen,
didn't
it
call
was
me.
It's interesting. I haven't spoken to my cousin for months. Suddenly got a call yesterday.
Yes, I bet you did.
I even like football now, Colleen.
I bet you know the offside rule and everything now.
Oh, yeah.
All right, coming up, after all that drama of the hostage siege in Emmerdale, could there be happier times ahead for the village residents? We're going to be finding out from actress Natalie J. Robb. Make sure you tune into tomorrow's Loose Women, because telling us how his life story has become a film starring James Corden. We're chatting to the man made famous after winning the first ever Britain's Got Talent. It's the amazing Paul Potts tomorrow at 12:30.
I often think that joining a club brings like-minded people together.
Loose Women, sponsored by PG Tips Copper Club.
Tomorrow on Lorraine, grab the last opportunity to go to paradise and turn your life around with the Happiness Habit. Mark Hayes reveals who's looked hot this week with his celeb-style crushes. Plus, the tasty John Rotherham will get your mouth watering with his gourmet burger and chips. See you then.
Meet the jacket, say hello, take a seat and watch him go. I thought you'd need an hour at least, you fluffy, tasty super feast. But no, in just 5 minutes time, before I'd even found a rhyme for done or quick or brisk or wow or yum 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 or holy cow. The tick had topped and on the plate an hour's worth of something great. The oven bakey tasty jacket, and out it comes of this nice packet. McCain, happy days.
At DFS, winter collection sofas are now half price. Like the Capital sofa, now just £499. As always, there's 4 years interest-free credit. And if you order a half-price winter collection sofa now, we'll even deliver it in time for Christmas. DFS, making Christmas more comfortable.
Get on board to win free guaranteed prizes every day with Foxy's Prize Bus. £60,000 worth of prizes will be won, only at foxybingo.com.
We wouldn't ignore blood from any other part of our body. So why do we ignore it from our gums? If you spit blood when brushing your teeth, it could be an early sign of gum disease, a leading cause of tooth loss. Corsadil Mint mouthwash is clinically proven to treat gum disease, because after all, a missing tooth is harder to ignore. Corsadil, for people who spit blood when they brush their teeth.
Sky bundles are bursting with great TV. Ready for you whenever you want. Enjoy the best UK and US shows with the original bundle. Add stunning HD documentaries, dramas and kids shows with the family bundle, including a great collection of popular box sets on demand. Choose the bundle that suits you, starting from £21.50 a month. Plus, get a £100 M&S gift voucher when you join online. Call 08442 410 415 or go to sky.com/bundles. Sky. Believe in better.
Love 50 plus. Love style. Love sparkle. Love the details in sizes 12 to 32. Love this time of year. Love the 20% off your first order. Love a party. When it comes to feeling special, you have to follow your heart. Call now for the catalogue on 0800 728 729 or shop online at 50plus.co.uk. 50 plus, effortless style for every occasion.
Shop online today at iceland.co.uk, and unlike most other supermarkets, with us delivery is always free. That's not just your first order, but every time you shop online. Try us out. Order today at iceland.co.uk.
Thrown out of dance club. Well, I mean, it's impossible to do jazz hands with these.
Cheer up, monkey. You're always welcome in Cuppa Club.
Loose Women, sponsored by PG Tips Cuppa Club.
Welcome back to your final part of Thursday's Loose Women. Competition time again, and if you're in need of a boost to your bank balance and your home interiors need an overhaul, then listen up. We're giving away £12,000 cash and £6,000 to spend at Marks & Spencer. Get this question right for your chance to win the lot. Dale Winton hosted a long-running ITV show called Supermarket What? A broom, B brush, C sweep. Call 0904 161 1000. Calls cost no more than £1.54 from BT landlines. Other networks may be higher and mobiles considerably more. Text your answer, A, B or C, to 65029. Text cost £1.50 plus one standard network rate message. You can also enter for free at the website. Entrance must be 18 or over. Entries made after lines close at 5 p.m. on Sunday the 27th of October will not be counted but may still be charged. And the best of luck. Time to meet our final guest. She's been through it all in Emmerdale, car crashes, two timing trysts, and even a spot of sheep shearing. Last night, a dramatic row with current squeeze Kane led to a very unexpected proposal.
Well, you didn't think I could handle Declan on my own, you had to butt in.
How come every time I try and help out, you just chuck it back in my face?
I can look after myself. It's not as if you're my husband, for God's sake.
Yeah, well, maybe I should be. Yeah, don't get too excited. I wasn't serious.
Oh. Please welcome the actress who plays Moira, Natalie J. Robb.
Oh, we're pathetic, aren't we?
It's not very flattering, though, to have somebody kind of mention it and they go, "Huh, don't get too excited."
It's not flattering saying sheep shearing. What was the other one? Yeah.
Oh, where was it? You got a tryst and exactly.
Milking cows to taking
car crashing, two timing trysts, and even a spot of sheep shearing.
Yeah.
You should put that on your CV.
I know.
Yeah.
It's on.
So what's going to happen with you two?
Well, there's a bit of an awkwardness, obviously, because the word was mentioned. Maybe he should be, so... And then it's kind of, we kind of think about it a little bit, and then I bring it up with him in tonight's episode, and then it might come later.
Oh! Well, you know, we've got a little clip of tonight's episode, so let's take a look.
We've got to see it.
What you said yesterday.
Hey, yeah, can we not do this now? It's just, I've got a full day with my dad today. It's going to be hard enough to keep at work as it is.
Oh, you taking him to the auction?
Yeah. Thought I could do with the day away.
No talking then. One more thing. I love you.
I love him a bit as well, if you don't mind.
Do you? Yeah. I've been quite lucky, haven't I, with the men on
very
Emmerdale?
lucky with the men on Emmerdale.
Yeah. Is he going to be good for Moira, though? It's Kane Dingle we're talking about
I think
here.
she quite likes a bit of danger, you see.
She does, doesn't she?
Yeah, my new name is Mucky Moira. Ever since I had my first affair with him, that's what I'm called. And I go into ITV Yorkshire in the studios and it's just, right, Mucky Moira, right, Mucky Moira. Natalie no longer exists.
Don't they call you love life? I've had it explained to me.
Have you?
I thought my own love life was complicated, but the love life of Moira, the husband, the boyfriends, the deaths, and now the bad one.
I had my cougar moment.
You had your cougar moment.
But we all have to have our cougar moment, right? Well, I'm not sure I'm quite a cougar yet, but...
But this guy, that proposal where he kind of mumbled it out, that's how most blokes do it, isn't it?
Well, I don't know. Nobody's ever done it to me before.
I heard you were called Coin. You know,
Coira.
Coira.
On Twitter, apparently,
Yeah.
we're Coira.
Would you-
It's
do you not
Kane
like
and
that?
Moira. Which I think it sounds like a fish or something. It sounds right. It was either that or Maine.
Maine, no.
I think Coira sounds a bit like a birth control device.
I do mind, actually, but hey, you said it now.
Is it going to be happy? I want her to be happy.
I think there's going to be happy times, but it's not going to be smooth sailing.
No, it can't be.
But they've got a very passionate relationship. Which you'll see when you watch it. When you watch both episodes tonight, you'll see what happens. Because just as he's about to pop the question, there's a mystery intruder.
Really?
And then there's just loads of drama after that, and it sort of gets put back on the shelf.
Now, Emmerdale is doing so brilliantly.
Yes,
at the
it is,
moment.
yes.
Can you feel that up on
Yeah, well,
set?
we just won Best Soap on Monday for the
Yes,
Inside Soap
about
Awards
time.
and another. By the way, you know, I think every soap has its shining time, and I think it's our time at the moment. We work very hard. The cast and crew really do work hard. And I just think we deserve it, and it's really good to be recognised for it. So when I went into ITV on Tuesday morning, the place was buzzing, so it was lovely. It was really nice.
What is it about Moira that everybody just loves? I think because she's really become such a central character now in Emmerdale.
I think it's because she's like earthy, and I don't wear makeup. I just get a bit of base, maybe a bit of mascara if I'm lucky.
Yeah, but I think also Kane and Moira are a bit like Kathy and Heathcliff, aren't they?
Yeah. A few people have said that.
Yeah,
actually.
it's like it's that passion. It's that are they going to get it together? And they certainly are.
They certainly do.
Aren't they? Can you see yourself staying at Emmerdale now, hopefully forever?
The foreseeable future, yes. I'm very happy at the moment. And when you get big storylines like this and you're busy all the time, you get your teeth into it, and every actor loves that.
I've heard rumours that more characters are going to be brought in.
Yes. Well, you know Bill Ward's coming in.
Bill Ward, who was Charlie, who got killed by Tracy Barlow on Corrie.
Well, I'm not going to kill him. Although everybody does say, watch, if you go and murder, you end up dead.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true. But no, Bill will be in, I think, in about 2 weeks' time. I think he'll be on television.
But you've already been in quite a few soaps. Is it true that the only one you haven't actually been in is Corrie?
Wow.
Yeah.
Is that on your bucket list? Is it on your bucket list?
Well, you never know, do you?
So who's he coming in as, Charlie?
John's brother.
Oh.
And he does have some sons. So it's good for the ladies and some men, perhaps.
Yeah. Is he single
Is anything
then?
happening with you and him?
I don't know.
Do you know what?
I don't know.
You did,
They don't
you
tell
liar.
me.
We were talking.
I know the backstory, but
That's all we need.
We were talking earlier about the Roy and Hayley story and how well soaps tackle difficult subjects. You must be really thrilled that you've been involved in some incredible storylines. And do you think that that's something that soaps do especially well?
Yes, I think it's brilliant to bring up current issues, and what you were saying earlier about communication and things. I know a friend of mine who's just found out her mother has breast cancer, and the one thing she said is, thank goodness our family are strong and we have a good support network, and I think that really helps you get through it. I think It really does. So soaps do portray that. They help you to encourage you to talk and vocalise it. And I think it does help to speak about things and not make it such a taboo subject.
And also for the people that are at home alone, who haven't got anybody. I mean, I think it's such... You've got your telly. That's who your friend is, isn't it?
Absolutely.
What about being a godparent? Has anyone else asked you to... Oh, I can tell. Are you like this rubbish woman on my left?
Well,
Rubbish
You know their
godparent.
Yes, I do actually, because one's my niece, so I have to. But I'm not the best. I do remember birthdays a couple of days later. But I'm not the best. But I do keep in touch. My sister tells me what's going on. I'm not brilliant, but I mean, I think it's not what it used to be, like you were saying earlier. It's the tradition of it all. It's not what it kind of used to be. I think people are a bit of like vague on what you're supposed to do now.
Yeah, right.
They think, oh goodness, if you die, does that mean I've got to have I don't know if I want that responsibility, but I'm a godmother and I have to just stick with it. That's all I can do now. Presents every year.
Now you've got a double billing tonight, haven't you?
Yes, we
Emmerdale?
have 7 and 8 o'clock. Yeah.
Wow. Do you ever sit at home and watch yourself?
Sometimes, not all the time. Sometimes we're working until 7 o'clock, so we can't get back. But my mum religiously watches it, and she tells me, nah, you could have done better with that.
Oh,
tonight.
no.
Well, we will all be watching.
Parents.
We'll be watching
Pushy, she
tonight.
encourages.
Natalie, it's lovely to have you on
Thank
the
you
show
for
today. It's
having me.
Natalie
It's
J.
lovely.
Robb. Thank you. Opera singer Paul Potts will be chatting about the film of his life, starring James Corden. He'll also be performing live, and Stephen Mulhern will be here telling us about the new weekend show, Sunday Side Up. See you tomorrow, 12:30. Bye-bye.
Flogging the family silver, one woman has a wobble when it comes to parting with it. Dickinson's Real Deal is today at 2. Then probably the most competitive brothers in the country, triathletes, the Brownlees. Join Alan Titchmarsh at 3. Next, though, here on ITV, it's your lunchtime news.